24 hours ago, protesters were holding a peaceful demonstration in downtown Grand Rapids. Peaceful demonstration. Like much of the country, they were outraged over the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. They intended to march from Rosa Parks Circle to the Calder. According to event organizers, a small number of their group decided to detour to police headquarters on Ionia. That changed both the direction of their march and eventually the nature of the protest. Some say it created an entirely different, separate protest. Either way, before the evening was over, downtown Grand Rapids had become a valley of broken glass, drenched in an acrid fog. The sounds of concerts, busy bars, restaurants, and hockey games had already long been replaced by the sullen quiet of COVID-19. But even the remaining sounds of traffic were replaced by the cacophony of launching gas canisters, flashbang explosions, and angry chants. We still knew it was downtown GR by the street signs and familiar building facades, but even those became strangely unfamiliar because of the graffiti. Even a photographer from our friends at Wood was attacked by one group of protesters, then saved by another group of them. The entire scene was something out of a movie. Or, put into the context of the real world, it was something that happened in that cliche town of somewhere else. But it was very much the real world. It was very much our downtown Grand Rapids. But so was the Grand Rapids we saw this morning. Hundreds of people showing up to volunteer their own time to clean up. Words of hate scrawled across police headquarters were washed away. Glass was swept up. Several people and businesses were serving free food to the people doing so. Even businesses already struggling from the pandemic and now damaged by riots. They were feeding people for free. There weren't as many people this morning as there were last night. And unfortunately, it does take longer to rebuild than it does to tear down. But that's okay. Several people we spoke to who've lived here all their lives said they cannot remember a night like we just had. Hopefully they always remember the morning we just had. Because a city and its people are not defined by their worst moments. We're defined by how we respond to them. And while our response will not solve the problems of race relations or police brutality, it will show that we're still willing to try. And it will show that when the few try to blow everything to hell, the majority of us will arrive to put it back together.